Now bringing Lila Jacinto, who's been looking into the election campaigns in Turkey for us, especially as most TV stations in the country are controlled by the state or its supporters. And so the opposition has been forced into finding somewhat creative ways to beat the media blackout. Lila, thank you for coming back on. Tell us about some of these unusual, more creative approaches that have been adopted.
I mean, as you can imagine, it's a huge problem for the opposition to get media access. Turkey is the world's biggest jailer of journalists, and it's not just journalists who are the victims of the purges after the 2016 coup attempt. They include the very charismatic Kurdish politician Selahattin Demirtas. He is actually the presidential candidate for the pro-Kurdish HDP party. He's in jail right now, and he has amazingly been able to have a jailhouse election campaign using Twitter and an tea kettle, which is turned into a joke on this campaign trail. What actually happened was that Demirtas has given his lawyers access to his personal Twitter account. And when they first tweeted, his prison guards went crazy. They rushed into his cell trying to find his mobile phone or any device through which he was tweeting, and all they could find was an electric tea kettle, which Demirtas tweeted about, and now this tea kettle has turned into a joke on Twitter. But it's also a symbol about how he is not being stopped. You know, it's turned into a symbol for that. And the opposition this time has used humor very effectively. It also works in their favor because they are against Erdogan, who is not funny, very prickly, and does not like to be made fun of. So you're seeing a lot of humor this time, but also they've been really plucky. They've sort of gotten over the fear factor that was prevalent last year.
So, Lila, you've been talking about the sense of humor that's used in these campaigns. Tell us about what else is different this time around with these elections.
Well, Erdogan actually set off the tone inadvertently. You know, he addressed his party and he infamously said that if the nation has had enough of me, and he used the word tamam, enough in Turkish, then I will leave. And immediately the word tamam went viral. It turned into a hashtag. You had music video clips like this. This is from the Kemalist secular opposition. Very catchy tunes with them saying, "Usandik, we're sick of you. Tamam, enough of you." Then, you know, some of the minor candidates have also come up with really funny stuff, like the aging Islamist anti-Erdogan candidate had an animation video where he is shown as Superman. And basically the clip, which went viral, had Erdogan riding a car. As you can see, the car symbolizes Turkey. This car is going to fall off a cliff. He's riding the country off the edge. The audio tape has this song of Recep Tayyip Erdogan's campaign song, which Turks really have heard enough of. And just as the country is about to go off the cliff, Superman comes and saves him. So, you know, this is really creative. And one thing that we've seen that is new is the nationalist opposition party. They used Google ads to get over the online censorship. So, you know, when Turks search for hotel vacancies on Google, for instance, they would get a pop-up ad from Google saying the Turkish presidential palace, which is extremely controversial, has thousands of rooms, will be vacant after the election, after election day. And also when some Turks, you know, they type in VPN to get over the censorships, and there would be a message that says the internet will be free after the election day.
We have a lot: music,
money.
humor, and a lot of social media in this campaign. Thank you very much, Lila Jacinto. And you can read Lila's piece on our website. It's France24.com. Make sure you have a look.